What's up, everybody? Welcome back to GG's for Girls and Guys with Kat and Just Kat. This week we have a solo episode for the girls. Woohoo! No, this is still for the guys. I promise I will hold the fort down for Oz, who could not make it this week. This week has been absolutely insane. It's been the most stressful week of my entire life. I actually have had a stress migraine the last day and a half. I've never had a migraine before. I have a whole new level of respect. RES2 RE2 PCT, that kid, that meme. I have a whole new level of respect for people who say they got migraines. I always was like, migraines are just headaches, and like these people are really dramatic. And I, being the queen of dramatics, really thought that these people were being over the top. I'm like, everybody gets headaches, whatever. No. This is some real shit. I have a lot of respect for you people who suffer through migraines. But I couldn't leave you guys with nothing, even though Oz wasn't around this week. And this has been like one of the hardest, craziest, most stressful weeks of my life. I didn't want to leave you guys with nothing. So we're going to do a little mini episode today. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy. I'm sorry it's not going to be the norm, but I promise we're still going to have a ton of fun. First off, I was just on TikTok, like scrolling before we get the episode started, as I always do, to try to see if there's anything I haven't already seen that's like hot, trending, something new, some new drama, some new tea. And I had this like mega realization. Like, Addison Rae has never once popped up on my TikTok For You page. Never once. I've looked at her profile. I've crept on her profile. I think I might even like follow her, but my For You page, she's never come up. I think the D'Amelios have each come up maybe one time, and I'm just confused because these people are like the queens of TikTok. I'm like, why are they not on my feed? I don't know. Maybe it's just my feed, but like I like that type of feed, so it's just weird to me. It's just odd to me. I was just wondering, you guys, let me know if you've ever seen one of these three organically on your For You page without you following them, because I'm really curious. Because I've also seen a lot of times when I've crept on them, people commenting like, these videos have never popped up on my For You page, so I know I'm not alone. So you guys let me know. So I'm like, if millions and millions of people are watching these videos, how are they not just on everybody's For You page? But speaking of TikTok, I don't know if anybody has stumbled on NCA TikTok this past week. So this last weekend, it was like college cheer and dance nationals. If you watched the Netflix show Cheer, that was like #1 in the world on Netflix, like people who had nothing to do with cheerleading watched the show. It was huge. It was massive. They were on Ellen. This is the competition that they go to. Navarro goes to it. What's the other? Trinity Valley College goes to it, and then like all of like a bunch of college dance teams go to it. Whatever. It was this past weekend, and you don't need to be interested in these, but like it made me realize that, and the way that the videos got on my For You page was from fail compilation videos of stunts falling and tumbling bus and just like, I get knocked down, and you're ever gonna keep me down. And that's how it came up on my For You page. So then I started seeing like actually good ones, but then I started seeing the dancer ones, and it really made me realize that female hip-hop dancers are just the swaggiest girls that exist on the planet. Like, they just elude coolness. I don't know why I spent so much time doing other sports and activities when I was younger. I should have done dance, because the hip-hop dancers just walk in the room with their baggy pants and their slick back hair and their red lips, and like, I just know they're gonna steal my man. Like, they're just walking in and they're like, that's mine, and I'm like, okay, here you go. Like, they are just so cool. That's what came from me being on TikTok this past week. Anyways, but since it's been a tough week for me, I don't know how the week's been going for you guys. Of course, this is dropping on Thursday, so we're like in the hunch of the week. I thought it'd be a good idea to do some affirmations for everybody, for me, for you. So if you're not walking right now, close your eyes. We're going to do some affirmations. You are alive. You are getting closer to summer. You are not a loser. You are fun to be around. You are not the most hated person in the world. You are close to the weekend. You are hot for listening to this podcast. You are a person. You are not pregnant. Unless you are, then you are never going to be bored again. You are not in jail. That's for sure. You are the youngest that you'll ever be again right now. All right. That made me feel better. Hopefully that made you guys feel a little better. Hopefully you do not have a migraine is also on the list. But nothing like some affirmations to just kick the weekend off. Am I right? We're like in that slump. But the one good thing, I don't know where you guys all are geographically. I am in the Northeast. It is basically summer, which is always a little pick me up, a little brightening of the mood. It's always something to look forward to. Because I'm not saying you can't be sad in the summer, but it's a lot easier to not be sad when you can just walk outside and it's shining sun and 70 degrees and the birds are chirping and you can get a little line tan on your shoulders. It's a little bit harder to be sad with that going on. So there's a little positivity, a little optimism for you. You know what the best thing is about summer? Again, if you're somewhere where the weather gets horrible in the winter and everybody gets seasonal depression, the best thing about summer is that you don't need plans, right? And it's fine because you can just walk outside of your house and like that is already more than you can do in the winter. Just leaving the house. To leave the house in the winter, you need to check off an entire to-do list. You really do. You got to get dressed. You got to put on like appropriate clothing. In the summer, you go out there with a big tee. No one even needs to know if you have nothing on under. It's fine. You can go mismatch. Everyone will be like, oh, if you're a boy, they're just like, oh, like you're wearing a bathing suit. You're probably going to the beach. It's fine. I'll just drive around in a bikini top. There's not a beach within 50 minutes of me. But everyone's like, oh, it's fine. It's summer, whatever. No rules. The to-do list, just to go outside in the winter, you got to get dressed. You got to get on the weather app to check what the weather is, to then get your jacket. Maybe you potentially open the door and take a step outside to see, do I need a winter hat? Do I need freaking gloves? It's so much work and it's so much effort, and you really don't leave the house just to leave. Like, I know there's the quote, and I say it all the time. I've probably said it on here like last week. That's like, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. In the winter, there are no journeys. You leave the house for a reason, for a destination. You don't leave just to get up and leave. But in the summer, you can lollygag and drive around and just burn miles all day. And like, that's a successful day in the summer. You did it. Even if you just did circles around your street and came back in, you did something. So the good thing is we're about to have a lot more hobbies because summer is coming. And that's something that we can appreciate. For a little me update, like a little personal, I'm still sober. And that, I will applaud myself. Hopefully you guys are too, because Easter came. And we all know when it gets to the family holidays, sometimes we need a little to get us through it. I did fine. And I went to 2 family parties. And I was fine. I still stayed sober. I will say, I definitely over-exaggerated a tad last week, making it seem like it was the best thing in the world to go sober. It's been good. I don't feel revolutionized. Like I just said, I have a pounding migraine. If you're looking at this, I look just as sick as I did 2 weeks ago. But I do feel like healthier. but my life also hasn't like drastically changed. But also maybe I'm just forgetting like the negative anxiety feeling because I haven't had it in a little while. But I would like to announce that my sobriety is going to be ending. I'm just gonna give you guys that as like a little warning for next week when we get like to check in. It's like, Kat, how's sobriety going? It's gonna be gone because, like I said, it's getting nice out, and when it gets nice out, there is nothing like cracking a Bud Light lime or a Corona Light with a lime and just basking in the sun. So my sobriety journey of 3 weeks is going to come to an end. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't have plans, but it's going to be 80 degrees this weekend. So it's inevitable, basically. I'm golfing tomorrow for the first time this year. And that could be when it breaks. That could be when it breaks. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen by then. But there's like if I'm playing bad the first 9, I need to have a beer before the back 9. It's just how it works. Like I'm golfing with my dad. It's what we do. It's like you hang out with your dad, you go golfing with your dad, you drink a beer with your dad. So there's a possibility. Also, there's this place in Massachusetts that it's a golf course, but they just have like a driving range with a bar right behind it, and it's like so iconic, and I'm going to that when it's really nice out and it's literally 80 degrees with my sister. We're gonna try to find her a new boyfriend. I'm wing womaning, and like you gotta be a little confident when you're wing womaning because I'm gonna have to step in and start the conversations. So that could be when it ends. Also, you wrap around to Monday. Monday is also Marathon Monday in Boston. Marathon Monday in Boston is the day when half of the city is reaching peak athletic ability, and the other half of the city is blacked out by 11 a.m. And there is no in between. None. If you're in between, you're not in Boston on Monday. I can tell you that. The Boston Marathon happens, nobody's working, all the colleges don't have class. It's like the best day of the year for school in Boston. All anybody talked about the entire time was Marathon Monday. I could tell you I had the best days of college were Marathon Monday, and I don't remember one thing that happened to any of them. I just remember it through pictures and photos, and that's it. And that's enough for me to know it was great. I wouldn't be surprised if I just somehow waltzed back into Boston University on Monday. I'm not shutting that down either. But for that to happen, I will have broken sobriety. So if you see me there, you know. I'm going to the Red Sox game with my friends. There's always a Red Sox game on Marathon Monday. And I just found out that the Bruins' first game of the playoffs is also Monday. So Boston is that city again. And you can either jump on or don't and feel left out and have FOMO. So that's what's hot in Boston this weekend, what's hot with me. If you're on this sobriety journey with me and you keep it going, I'm going to be so proud of you. I will say, like from here on out, I think after my birthday in March to April is going to be my like sober kick of the year every year, because January makes no sense to me. You need a little bit of booze to get through the end of winter, but like right before summer, you're feeling snatched, you're energetic, you're getting more workouts in, like you're not puffy in the face anymore. That's when I would recommend trying out the sobriety, and you can start it now. I did feel good. And like I said, even if I drink these weekends, like I'm quite literally going to be unable to consume more than 2 drinks without being drunk. So I probably still won't be hungover. Let's get into some of the breaking news. Sorry. Okay, we're moving on. This makes me giggle. We have some dating rumors with the Jensters. Kendall Jenner and Bad Bunny are speculated to be dating, as well as Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet. With Kendall and Bad Bunny, I don't really know Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's not on my radar, which could be a huge L, could be a huge miss. I can't say anything about it because I don't know Bad Bunny. But Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet, this Yahoo blog title actually has me on the floor. No, I can't even read it. I can't. Yahoo's blog is titled Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet's rumored romance proves it's skinny boy spring. Finally, finally, boys will have to experience what girls experience freaking day to day with different body shape trend expectations. For them, last summer it was dad bods. Everyone's bulking up. They're having their Bud Heavies, not Bud Lights. They're having Bud Heavies. They're chilling. They're having 2 hot dogs out on the beach. And now they're supposed to be string beans with only 2 months to spare before summer. It's skinny boy spring and skinny boy summer. That's what I'm talking about. That is how we get closer to equality, ladies. We just start body expectating the men. And now that Kylie Jenner is into the skinny boys, Sassy Baby was into the skinny boys, let's make the boys sweat a little bit. A little bit of payback for the trauma we've all experienced our whole life. It's about time. Speaking of Kylie Jenner, I would like to know, what is up with everyone hiding their pregnancies? Like, why is this literally a trend? It's like the new renegade trend. It's renegade. It's like the new renegade trend on TikTok. Like, I literally feel like if you don't try to hide your pregnancy, like, you're a loser. I get the whole, I'm not talking about like the whole first 3 months. Totally get that. The health reasons. That's why that's super common. Like, totally get that. But I'm talking about when you're on your 3rd child and you think you have the world in a chokehold by hiding your baby. Like, no one is holding their breath trying to calculate the last time they've seen you have an Aperol Spritz, Brittany. Like, no one cares. I literally saw a pregnancy that was like, we just kept this one to my close family, and they had a gender reveal, and there had to be 200 people in the photo. And I'm like, why is it a trend? I just don't get it. I think it's like a weird facade, and I'm kind of over it. Like, it's just like, why are we hiding the fact that we have babies? Like, this should be exciting. Like, especially if you're pretending you're hiding your baby and you're still having a baby shower. You can't do that. You gotta pick one or either. You can't be having a gender reveal for half of the world and telling the other half of the world that you're keeping your baby a secret. Kylie did it. That makes sense. Like, that one made more sense to me. Still a little odd because we all knew, but the everyday trend of just pretending you're not pregnant until you're pregnant is weird. Like, what are you telling your friends? What are you telling the friends that you only see when you go out with them on the weekends? Like, are you pulling a me saying that you got sober? Okay, maybe I should clarify. Guys, I'm not pregnant. That's not why I was doing the sobriety. Maybe people are doing that, and that's how they're getting away with it. But I don't know. It's a weird trend, and I'm kind of over it. Next, we have other news with the TikTok might be getting shut down. There's the new app. Everybody's like, what's the new app going to be if TikTok gets shut down? And I'm seeing Lemonade more than any other app being not even necessarily promoted. I haven't seen any ads for it, but I've seen a lot of people downloading it. And if you don't have Lemon 8, I would describe it as, it's like a combination of TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, all in one. And it feels extremely millennial to me, for lack of a better description. Like, I can't see the app without picturing a 30-year-old in a black and white striped long sleeve t-shirt sitting behind it with her matcha green tea. That's what I see. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. But that is the exact aura that Lemonade gives off to me. It's too overstimulating, and I think they are completely missing the mark with bringing the TikTok audience to a new app, because Gen Z isn't going to sit there and read your 3-paragraph bio for a photo. Gen Z, we have the attention span of, it's not even a walnut. It's like a cat. I was going to say a cashew. I don't even know if a cashew is smaller than a walnut. Whatever, a pea. We have the attention span of a pea. And the homepage of Lemonade looks like an infographic pamphlet for a community college that I would not read. So they didn't do a good job at gripping me in. And I think the people that are like trying to really pull their followers onto it are just like thinking that it's going to be the new TikTok and that they might be like the first huge Lemonade person that ends up having 3 Netflix specials like Addison Rae. But I just can't get on it, and I do not see the little wiggle dickers of TikTok getting onto this app and sitting down and typing out what they did in a day. I just don't see it happening. The next big headliner is that Millie Bobby we're going to try that again. The next big headliner is that Millie Bobby Brown is engaged at age 19. I love Millie Bobby Brown. I think she's amazing. I think she's talented. I feel like time just doesn't exist in Hollywood. Like, people are millionaires by the time they're 16, in rehab by the time they're 26, and on their 4th marriage by the time they're 36. It's just like a time warps of lifestyle paths that don't align with the rest of the world on like ideal timelines for things to happen, that her getting engaged at 19 doesn't really mean anything to me. I think this is so, nothing that could happen in Hollywood surprises me anymore, to be completely honest. Also, like, don't people in Utah get married when they're like 14? I don't get the hubbub. I get like people might look at her as a child because she played child acting positions, but I feel like she's been an adult literally since she popped out the womb. Like, there are those names that you pop out the womb, you're like, oh, they're an adult. Like, you pop out a Richard. Like, that, nobody's baby is Richard. But then on the flip side, you get like, there's names that are meant for babies that like you just can't picture an adult being named. I can't think of any of them right now. But Millie Bobby Brown has been an adult since she came out, and good for her. Congratulations. I'm sure she's got a nice rock. It's not a boulder, it's a rock. Congratulations. We're happy for you. And if you're not, go be a hater single somewhere else. I have noticed a little bit of I feel like the girls are going to relate to this. This is like funny, so niche. I've realized that on a day-to-day basis, I am a lot uglier. And I think it is because I'm not single. I think on a day-to-day basis, single people look better than people in relationships, which might make sense in your mind, might not totally make sense in my mind, because it's like for my age, when you're single, you're Snapchatting all day. You could be taking an Instagram out of nowhere. You could be getting a story out of nowhere, and you want to look good for all those boys that are following you. I do my makeup like once a week now. I wash my hair once a week now, as you can probably tell if you're on the YouTube. Like, we're just kind of putting bare minimal effort on in a day-to-day basis. And I really realized it when I was looking through like past vlogs, and I'm like, I only look presentable in about 10% of this entire vlog that I'm editing. And when I do like the get ready with me's, like, you only look good for the last clip of the get ready with me's. And I do think it's because I'm in a relationship. And then I have friends who are single who I'm like, every single time they Snapchat me, no matter what day of the week it is, they look fire. And I applaud that, and I applaud the effort. And I realize you sleep less when you're single because you got to wake up earlier to put that effort in. And I applaud you guys. Also, for the girls, I got a new hack that I discovered unintentionally, but great hack. If you are texting somebody and they have their read receipts on, and they're not necessarily opening your texts in the timely manner that you would like them to be opening your texts, and you want them to open it and have to respond to you, because if they opened it, they have to respond to you. Here's a little tip. Send your text message with the whisper effect, and they will open that thing the fastest that they've ever opened a text message before, because they cannot see it before. They have to open it up and scribble it to read or is it whisper or hidden? I'm gonna double check for you guys. Oh no, someone just added me on Snapchat that I would rather die than re-add them. Um, invisible ink. That's what it is. Send it with send your text to them with the invisible ink, and they will read it so fast. I did that. I had someone not responding to me for like 14 hours, and I sent that text, and they opened it within the same minute of me sending it. So there's a little hack if you need somebody to get back to you. And I feel like we're just going to cap it off there. I hope you guys had fun with me. I know this was like a little mini, and I had fun. I haven't done a solo pod in so long, especially for the people who used to listen to me when I was doing a solo pod. It was like the good old days, except I am a little bit migrainey, so that's why we had to keep it a little bit short. But you guys keep slaying the day away. We'll be back next week with the normal content, the normal shebang, but I love you guys so incredibly much. Have a good weekend. First good weekend of the year. It's basically summer. Let's have a good one. Why not? Have a good weekend. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you next week. Bye.